Link down below as always if you want to read this on your own. New Winter Soldier mission chain called Winter Kills, and it's available now, and it rewards players with a full set of power level 165 gear. Yes, bearing the objectives you have to complete for the mission chain, this more or less allows new players to skip the grind for Winter Soldier and jump right into challenging endgame content like our new Omega level Threat Aims Cloning Lab. We've seen so many new returning players log in to experience the Winter Soldier, and basically the power level 165 barrier to entry can be very restrictive, so their goal with this new mission chain is to give more players an easier path into the endgame loop. That said, Winter Kills is not an immediate skip to power level 165, as you still need to complete a list of objectives that start with finishing Bucky's heroic mission chain and culminates in completing the Discordant Sound Raid on normal difficulty. You typically have to go through our endgame loop for weeks to obtain max PL gear, but through Winter's Kill, which can breezily take about a week to get through, players now have a much easier path into their endgame content than ever before. And here, if you pause, you can see quickly the gear and the stuff that you'll get. Reassam campaign and Avengers initiative, having Kamala as a companion while equipped with the polymorph counter spike perk, no longer causes the game to crash that some players were experiencing after 2.7. In the new Omega level Threat Aims Cloning Lab, MODOK can no longer dodge to the side while his Giga Beam is active. I'll Giga Beam you upside the head if you give this video a thumbs down. Also in the Cloning Lab, added collision boxes to certain environmental elements in the boss encounter room to prevent heroes from clipping into the world. Similarly, the camera for some players would clip under the floor, and those players would take damage during the MODOK fight. They have since updated the collision elements in the floor assets to prevent that from happening. Fixed an issue causing the camera to lock onto the player during the MODOK fight rather than MODOK himself. MODOK will occasionally follow flying heroes without attacking them, but the Avengers don't get off that easy. MODOK will now attack flying heroes as intended. Damage modifiers were not applied correctly to MODOK when targeting specific parts of him, specifically the head, and I almost said genital crystal. Don't ask. Don't. We know where my mind went. Terrigen crystal. We fixed this so that damage modifiers are applied correctly. When playing with a full strike team, MODOK's Giga Beam VFX weren't displaying for at least one player in the party. All players in a strike team will now see the visual effects. Matchmaking hosts' controllers will no longer vibrate when another player in the party is playing as Winter Soldier shoots his rifle. User interface updated the mission chain. Descriptions for Omega level Threat Aim Cloning Lab to have the correct description. Art and animation, MODOK's back battery was missing its gem, so they added the VFX in for that. Bucky no longer draws his weapon automatically after using a melee attack. Gear challenges and rewards, Black Widow's Support Cryo Administrator perk no longer grants double the expected nanites to allies. Black Panther's Ultimate Gamma Administrator perk no longer doubles the expected amount of nanites to allies. And Ultimate Lethal Cryo and Ultimate Gamma Administrator perks now grant charges for appropriate heroes as intended. There are some known issues still. A quick update on the gear. Stat growth on exotic gear pieces and the Ultimo Stone Legendary minor artifact is currently undertuned. They're working on a fix so that there will be a greater jump in stat growth at power level 167, 171, 175. At present, currently the stat growths are 171, 174. This fix is not in the update 2.71. Too much math! But will come shortly after. For now, our recommendation is that you don't upgrade your favorite gear pieces past 170 until the fix is live. Thanks for your patience. And there you have it. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. You didn't like the video, we've already talked about what's going to happen with the Giga Beam upside the head. Maybe you'll get an uppercut. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.